the dick off the table based upon my standard. You aren't gonna get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You gotta understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning, because you gotta work hard for me, because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not gonna be easy street, because I need to be satisfied, because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, that is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces. And then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like, I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
You know, I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, you know, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity, or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And they only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know. That was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you're doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.
Yo! What up, Mal? A week from today, we're gonna be in Miami. Let's get it.
Man. Oh yeah, you going to your team? Nice.
Yeah, they're playing right now. Yeah.
See, my man K-Zach and sacrificing to fucking spit game to y'all, man. I better.
That's right.
I better respect the game, goddamn it.
Hey, man, if you donate that, that's really respect. You know what I'm saying? No, hey. No pressure.
No pressure.
So Miles, before we get into this, let me plug the joint. Do women really need to win men over? Now, y'all will see the question mark infused with the exclamation mark, because this is a rhetorical question. Do men really need to win women over? I'm going to show you guys a short video clip in just a moment. And for all my ladies, you know, Zora Mina, Renee P, and all the other ladies that might be, you know, a fly on the wall, you know, feel free to get into the chat. Oh, no, we got the soap. Bring that motherfucker back up. We got the soap. Yo.
Make sure y'all get the soap, man. All right.
All right. For all of y'all coming to Miami, before you get on a plane, wash your ass with the masculine identity soap.
Facts. Ain't nothing worse than sitting next to a funky nigga.
That's right. That's right. So before we get into this, right? You know, let me just shout out some people in the chat. Let me shout y'all out. Y'all could be anywhere else, but y'all fucking with us. Wicked Scorpion, appreciate you. Red AP, AJ Leno, B Will, DePaul 9559 from all the way from Singapore, appreciate you. Frankie Shy, Rob Marine, Danny P, Duke Lux. Who else we got up in here? Zoramina, what up to you? Chills Luciano, Vaselli, William Anchorman, what's up, fam? Joe Blast, what's good? That's the day one right there. That's the homie. Matthew C. Horn Dating. You sound like you got a YouTube channel. Shout out to you, Jay Hondo. And hey, look, guys, do women? I mean, Timmy, do men really need to win women over? Let me say this before we get into this clip. For a long time now, dating has been turned into the realm of simps and beta male shit.
Right.
Right. It's a whole lot of weak shit going on. And I feel like the way shit is for the majority of the men and women out here is a backwards way of doing things. Okay, let me expound upon what I mean. Okay, and I want guys to understand this. Now, this is assuming though that you're him, right? Meaning you're that guy, right? You are a solid, thorough individual. You are a well-rounded man. You're the type of man that you command respect, right? You don't lie to women. You don't deceive women. You're not on that goofy shit. Right. But when you are a solid, thorough man, you know who you are. You don't know who that woman is. So why would you try and win over a woman who hasn't shown you that she's valuable to you? Why would you try and win her over, right? And I think when we look at how dating has been for a long time, there is this mentality that guys are supposed to prove to a woman that they're a worthy man. And I think that's backwards. I don't think a man should be trying to prove anything to a woman. I think what a man should do is what we always talk about is give women the opportunity to see that they are a man that they need to be fucking with. And then the woman will, in a sense, show her worthiness, and then we can begin this shit. Right? Miles, before we get into this, you got anything you want to add to that, Phil?
Well, I'd like to watch the video so I could get a full understanding because I'm not all the way.
All right, you're not all the way sure where we're going with this. No, I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you where we're going with this.
Okay.
So pay attention to what these bras are saying. Let's go.
How old are you, ladies?
30, 32.
Okay. At your age, do you feel like dating has become easier or harder for you?
It's honestly stupid.
What's the difference between now and then?
It's harder to meet people who have the same interests as you. Because as a woman, the older you get, the more serious you get. Yeah. But men don't match that energy.
Do you think it's because men are becoming more successful as they age and they have their pick of the litter?
No.
I think they're becoming stupider, to be honest.
Or do you think that they're just going for younger women?
I don't think it has anything to do with age.
No, I think it's that men have discovered that they don't need to try as hard to want to win a woman's heart. And it's sad because there are a lot of women out there who will settle for that, and that's fine. We won't settle for that. So if you don't bring your A game, you're just really not getting it. And by getting it, I mean like even the chance to just like take us out on a date.
Yeah.
Now do you see where I was going with it? But go ahead, I'm gonna give the floor to you now.
First of all, that lady's I couldn't stand to listen to her talk for too long. I really couldn't. Now, do we really need to win?
now you see it. You see it, brother. Shout out to Joe Blast with the 5. Appreciate you, Joe. Go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, man. Nah, these women out here. Yo, I don't even understand some of these interviews. Like, and were those women older?
they said it was like 31, 32. They did not look 31, 32. Ladies, they did not look 31, 32.
And and the one with the annoying voice, she was wearing what looked like mom jeans. Well, no, you don't need to. You don't see. To me, winning a woman over is like you're not giving her a chance to show how attracted she is to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you like winning a woman over. I don't think I don't know. It's to me that's more of like a validation thing or an ego thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think as a man you need to win a woman over. What you need to do is just be who you are and let her, let her show if she's interested or not. Like that's really the thing with me. You understand? But them chicks in that video, I don't know. They look like they pricing themselves off the market. Seriously.
See, I'm glad you said that. And I talked about this a couple months back. I did a video on behalf of Unique 79, and I used some audio clips between him and a young lady. And what I've seen a lot is that some women, unfortunately, overvalue their positions.
Right.
They overvalue themselves. And a lot of times, let me show y'all something real quick. Let me just throw this up here. Often the same things women require from men is the same thing that they come to despise in men. Okay, so let me explain about what I mean by that statement. These young ladies were talking about, well, they wasn't really young. These females, they were talking about men don't try as hard to win a woman's heart. Like that, if the concept of trying to win a woman's heart or affection or woo her for her love, only suckers would even think about doing anything like that, right? Now, here's the thing. When I say often the same things women require from men is the same thing that they come to despise in men. For a guy to have the mentality that he's trying to win a woman's heart, do you not understand how much he would have to compromise his integrity and his identity to even begin to do such a thing? Right? He would have to do some sucker shit to quote unquote win a woman's heart. Right? That's the 3 or 4 or 5 dates. That's the chick who's maybe we'll see. And you're like, I'm gonna show her she made the right decision. I'm gonna show her I'm that guy for her. If she puts me in a friend zone, I'm gonna work real hard to get out of it and show her that it's me who she should love. Right? That's the kind of shit that guys would do when they're trying to win a woman's heart. So when I say often the same things women require from men is the same things they come to despise in men. Okay, this is why when women speak or talk about what they want when it comes to dating, this is why you shouldn't listen to women, because oftentimes they speak from the perspective or the vantage point of this is what women really want. And I've been telling you guys this for the longest. What women really want from men is non-sexual intimacy. They want access to a man's non-sexual time and attention. And essentially, that's what she was talking about when she said, men don't try as hard. Right? Is they're like, oh, guys just want to fuck. They don't want to put in no work, no effort, right? They don't want to date you. They don't want to quote unquote court you. And what women have to understand, at least from my perspective, because I'm actually a man with value, and I'm not just saying that, I actually am. So, and I understand the power of me. I understand that when I deal with women and I give them that non-sexual energy, that non-sexual attention, that non-sexual intimacy, I see how they respond to that. And I see how important it is for them to get that from me. So for me, a woman has to earn that. I'm not just going to give you non-sexual intimacy. This is why when you guys talk about spending the night with chicks and sharing a candlelit dinner with a chick on a first date and taking showers, we tell you, no, women got to work for that. Miles, you got anything you want to add before we get into this?
Well, yeah, when you understand your value as a man, you understand that she's got to work for it. You understand that you can't give that type of work to everybody. You can't give that type of time and energy to everybody. And another thing too is that it helps you to build a certain level of confidence with your woman. Right? Because when she understands that if any other woman trying to step to you got to work for it, it allows her to have confidence in the relationship because she understands the type of work that needs to get put in order to earn a spot. You see what I'm saying? So it gives her a certain type of confidence where it's like she knows that it's only a certain type of woman that could grab your attention. You understand? Some men, any kind of woman could grab their attention just because they got a fatty or just because they look pretty or whatever. But when your girl knows a specific thing about you, where she knows that only a certain type of quality or caliber of female could grab your attention, it puts more respect on your name in general.
You know, and I'm gonna say this. Shout out to the homie Al Rowe, up and coming comedian here in San Antonio. I went to high school with the homie. So he says this shit is played out. That statement 1000% true. A man is never gonna win damn hard. Either she wants to be with you or she doesn't. Fuck her heart. And here's the thing about that. And I agree. Men should not be chasing a woman's love. You shouldn't be chasing that. If you think about the whole red pill ideology, the whole red pill philosophy, that came from guys doing that. That came from guys doing exactly what the woman was saying to do. And those guys were left feeling like they got the boo-boo end of the stick at the end of the day. Right? And because here's the thing, this is what I want guys to understand. You cannot devalue yourself trying to prove to a woman that you have value for her. Right? You can't do that, right? And again, when you know your power as a man, when you know your worthiness, right? As far as you just being a man, it don't even have anything to do with women. When you know your worth, when you know your value, you don't have to prove to people that you have it. Right? This is why when we say we give women an opportunity, we have a brief conversation with women. For those of us that don't mind taking a woman out on a date, right? We give them the opportunity. We offer them the chance to spend some time with us, right? And we're going to evaluate whether or not we're compatible enough to continue. Right? So on the date, it's not about trying to fuck them, right? The date is literally, I'm going to evaluate her, right? Yeah, I had a brief conversation with her when I first met her. She seemed cool enough, but I'm not certain yet. So let me evaluate her, let me assess her so I can have some discernment as to whether or not she's worthy of my time beyond this initial date, right? It's not about, let me use this date to prove to her that I'm worthy of some sex. Let me use this date to prove to her that I'm worthy of her affection. No. Bro, now, when she can evaluate me however she chooses. If she wants to evaluate me to ascertain whether or not she's a guy I want to have sex with, and all, she can do what she's doing. But I'm not concerned with her evaluation. I'm not concerned with what she's checking out or what she's looking to see from me. Right? I'm not concerned with that. The problem with a lot of you guys, this is why guys say, well, you know, not all women are the same. Sometimes you got to be this way, and sometimes you got to kind of switch up and be another way, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to put on a show for the woman. Right? You're trying to be what you think she wants to see in you so you can get some sex, right? And when I talk about the same things that women want, they come to despise in a man. That's the type of energy that women despise. See, women, they will say they want something, but they never think about how it looks in reality when they see it. And when they see a man trying to be the thing they say they want a man to be, then when they see it, they're like, I'm disgusted. This nigga's a bitch. Like, no, it's for real. That's just why I say, guys, you cannot listen to what women say. And this is my earnest opinion. I think women have a very difficult time trying to logically explain how they feel because they're coming from a place of emotionalism. So when they say things publicly, it's coming from straight emotion. So it sounds goofy, right? And anytime you speak with just sheer emotion and you have no pragmatism behind it, it sounds goofy, right? Because you're just saying how you feel, but you're not aware of how you articulate yourself or how it's coming across from people who think of shit logically, right? So this is why when guys ask women, oh, you know, what made you want to have sex with that guy? A lot of times women can't really explain it. They can't really break it down to you why. So when they attempt to break it down, they string a whole lot of different thoughts together at the same time. So it sounds like mumbo jumbo, right? And for any woman listening, feel free to call up and disagree. I ain't got no problem with that. The call-in line is open, right, Miles?
Yeah, calling lines open. Call in, guys. 919-647-9392. 919-647-9392. Go ahead and call in.
So real quick, so he says, concerning yourself with what she's discerning is validation seeking. Yes!
Yeah.
Because if you think about it like this, when you concern yourself with what a woman is thinking, it's going to interfere with your ability to act on your own accord, right? And act within the confines of your own unique masculine identity. Shout out Miles. Because you're going to be too concerned with what she's feeling and thinking, and then literally how you speak to her and how you handle dealing with her is going to be with that in mind. I wonder what she's thinking. I wonder what's on her mind. I wonder what she's feeling. So even with that, you're shooting your own self in the foot because you are literally dealing with her based on her agenda.
Right.
Right. When you should be dealing with women based on your agenda. And if she's the right fit for you, then you will see she's in alignment with your agenda. Okay. Right. And that's how men should date. I really believe that's how men should date, where you basically let women know what it is. This is what it is. This is what I'm trying to do. Either you see the value, at least the initial value, right, in it to go along with what I'm putting out there for you, or you don't see the value in it, which this is where women might reject you. Miles, you talked about going out on a date with women and you tell them to sit next to you and they don't, right? So she don't see the value. So it's not incumbent upon a man, well, she won't sit next to me. So what I got to do is show her that I'm the type of guy she can sit next to. So I think I'm going to spend this whole week talking on the phone and texting her, and I'm going to offer another date to show that I'm safe. Right. And I'm going to build rapport. So the next time she's around me, she'll sit next to me then, right? A lot of guys, you have this type of mentality when dealing with women. And that's not the mentality you should have, right? It don't take women 2, 3, 4 dates to know whether or not you're the type of guy they want to get next to.
Mm-hmm.
It don't take women that long. Now, let me just say this, and I meant to say this, and I'll pass it back to you, Miles. Guys, the call-in line is open, 919-647-9392. What a lot of women have to realize, and even men, when two individuals, two strangers, a man and a woman, first encounter each other, the first thing you're going to notice is how they look. That's the first thing you're going to notice, is whether or not they're visually appealing to you. Usually what comes right after that is sexual desirability. Whether or not this is the person you can see yourself with in that way. What women have to understand, and this is the reality of dating, if a man is first initially interested in you because of how you look and he approaches you, oftentimes sex is going to be on his mind, even if he doesn't mention it to you. So it's incumbent upon the woman to show she has more value than just her vagina.
Right.
Okay. It's not a man's job to find out if you have more value. No, it's your job as a woman to show that man that you have more value. The women in the video was like, oh, women don't even try and win your heart. Chick, you got to show me. You got to show me, right, that you're the type of chick that could be that type of bitch for me. You got to show me that. Women, a man cannot convince you to show your worthiness beyond just sex. You have to see the value in that man to show that man you have worthiness beyond just sex. It's your job to do that. It's not that man's job to take you on 4 or 5 dates and hopefully he sees that in you, right? Come on, man. It ain't the way that shit work. My the other thing you want to add is a question or two I want to get to.
No, let's get to the question. Okay,
hold on. So real quick, there's something I want to point out because this guy, he didn't really ask the question appropriately, but I want to point it out. I need you to rephrase what you're asking. Right? I need you to rephrase what you're asking because upon reading it the first time, is too many holes in what you're saying, and I don't want to be trying to decipher what you might mean. So, Jack Palati or Palati, whatever your name is, can you rephrase it in a question form and clean up what you're asking? Clean it up, please. Okay, so hold on real quick. There's another question that the guy asked. Right. Now, he says, give her an opportunity. How's that? Now, I had a guy get underneath one of my videos recently. And I told him he should call in. Because he said this to me, Miles. Well, he didn't say this to me. Well, he didn't get under one of my videos. My bad. He did a YouTube the community. You know how you do the community page?
Yeah.
And it's clear he was talking about the shit that we talk about, right?
Right.
And he was talking about, you know, guys who talk about giving women an opportunity is just a cope, right? So he kind of disagreed with our sentiments on talking about that, right? So number one, it's not just the cope. It's some real shit, right? So he says, give her an opportunity. How's that? Okay, here's the thing. This is what I want guys to understand. Pussy is easy to get. It's easy, right? It's easy to get. Sex is not hard to get. Okay, women enjoy sex. There's a bunch of women and a bunch of men out here engaging in casual sex every day, all day, right? So what guys have to understand, as heterosexual men, we enjoy attractive women. We enjoy having sex, right? The thing of it is, once you get to a certain level in the game and you get to a certain maturity level, just fucking chicks is not where it's at. Okay, just fucking chicks is not where it's at, right? Having a quality experience with a woman who actually values your time is where it's at. So even when we talk about having sex, you get to a point where you don't want to have sex with an airhead. You don't want to have sex with a woman that got a slick mouth. You don't want to have sex with a woman who can't be on time to a date. You don't want to have sex with a woman who's flaky. You don't want to have sex with a woman who thinks she's entitled to a date. You don't want to have sex with a woman who can't even enjoy being in your physical presence without feeling like money needs to be spent. You don't want to deal with that shit, right? So when we talk about giving women an opportunity, chick, you fucking with a grown man.
Right.
Okay? I'm giving you an opportunity to do something you probably never done, which is deal with a grown man. Number one, most guys out here are liars. Okay, most guys out here either trick for sex or deceive women to get sex, right? I'm not that guy. So I'm giving you an opportunity to deal with a dude who ain't lying to you, a dude who's non-judgmental, right? Most women haven't encountered that. And for the women that have encountered it, they don't encounter it often enough.
Right.
So I'm giving her an opportunity to fuck with a grown-ass man that's not trying to lie to her.
Right.
Miles, got anything you want to add to that, bro?
Well, you know, when I see questions like this, like, "Oh, what do you mean, give her an opportunity?" It just reminds me that a lot of guys don't understand their value as men. You understand? Because you don't see how being with you is an opportunity. You don't see how you spending time with a woman is an opportunity. That just shows that you don't care about yourself. You don't realize the value in your own presence. You don't realize the value of your own existence. You see what I'm saying? And I don't know if you don't know if you want to save that. Yeah, there you go.
So he says, what do you? What's you guys with proofreaders and shit? What do you when women try to come back into your life? Is it immediate dismissal, or are you accepting only on your conditions? Okay, so here's the thing. I tell you guys all the time: stop recycling women. Okay, stop recycling women. And what I mean by that is, oftentimes when women are a part of your past, they need to be left in your rear view. Right now, this is what I will say: if your dealings with the woman was negative, there was drama, there was toxicity, there was disrespect on her end, you can never let her come back. Not even for sex. Because you're tricking off your dick at that point.
Right.
Right? Why would you give a woman dick who disrespected you?
Shout out to Steve the Dean in the chat. Mindset.
What up, Steve? Shout out to the Dean.
Yep.
So now, here's the thing when we talk about women coming back. Let's say you had a fuck buddy relationship with a young lady, or you were dealing with a young lady briefly. And let's say she decided to go pursue other interests. Like maybe there was another guy that was going to give her what you weren't willing to give her. So she goes pursue that, and then she realized, damn, Miles, I didn't realize how much the truth he was until I started dealing with these other knuckleheads. I didn't realize the opportunity that was being offered to me. I'm going to go back to that. Right? Now, if the situation was amicable and there was no disrespect, cool. Because you might have a woman that's fucking with you. She might be like, so you don't want to date me seriously? No, girl. I like how things are right now. If there's a man out there that wants to date you seriously, by all means, go pursue that. I wish you all the luck in the world. And then she goes pursue that, and then she comes back, and then you could be like, welcome back. I know it was treacherous out there. You know what I'm saying? welcome back, right? But here's the thing, though. And then let me just say this. If a woman leaves and comes back, she can never be more than a fuck buddy.
Right.
She left. She abandoned her post.
Exactly.
She can. I'll welcome her as long as it was amicable. She can come back, but she will never be more than a fuck buddy. The only woman that can have the potential to be more than a fuck buddy is a woman that stayed the whole time.
Exactly.
She stayed and she put in work the whole time, right? But if she leaves to go pursue greener pastures, only to find out that shit is fucking astroturf, you know what I'm saying? She can't, I'll welcome her back, but it's just gonna be sex though, right? So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like you can only take them back if it's amicable, and if they do come back, they can never be at the position they were. So if she was your girl, she can never be your girl again. 847, you're on live on the Manhood is Discussed show. We got your host K-Zag and Miles. What's name, age, city? What's going on?
Mike, 38 in Florida, Tampa.
All right. How old are you?
38.
38. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mike, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Zag? Yeah, Zag probably recognized me.
I do. Go ahead.
So, when it comes to overall influence over a woman, how much does sexual influence compare to non-sexual influence?
I'll answer your question like this. Okay, if you're talking about a relationship beyond just sex, you need both. You need the balance of both, right? Sexual influence, right? So sexual influence only really comes about, one, if the woman is actually sexually attracted to you. That has to be there, right? That dynamic has to be there. But because if a woman, look, I want guys to understand something. If you're dealing with a woman who's making you wait for sex, you have no sexual influence. She does. She does, because you're waiting for her, right? So it has to be a woman that's down to follow your lead and deal with you on your timeline, which includes sex, right? So there has to be sexual attraction there, mutual sexual attraction, but there has to be a situation where a woman is not trying to control access to sex. But also, once you actually do have sex, there is sexual compatibility where you both enjoy each other immensely. That has to be there as well, right? Because if you're the type of man, you want certain things done in the bedroom, right? She has to be willing to submit to that, right? See, a woman having sex with you, she's submitting to a degree because she's, basically having sex with you. But if you want to do certain things in the bedroom and she's telling you, no, I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that, right? That means you really have no sexual influence because she is not really sexually submissive.
Right.
So the sexual influence is more in alignment with sexual submission, where you're having the type of sex you want with her and you're having the frequency of the sex that you like. Like, so if you're the type of dude and you're in a relationship and you want to fuck 5 days a week, she fucking 5 days a week. Right? Now, the non-sexual influence, right, that usually comes before the sex. So what I mean by that is this. When you very first meet one woman, I use Miles as an example. When Miles tells a woman, is there anyone that would have a problem with me taking you out for a drink? Her saying, no, not at all. That's where the non-sexual influence begins, is her being compliant to what you're doing before it gets to the bed, right? And then also her showing a consistency in compliance thereafter. Miles?
So, Cola, what are you trying to figure out by asking this question?
Well, I guess, I could be way off on this, but this girl that I'm seeing, we have really good sex. To me, I think it's really awesome. And I think that's where the majority of my influence over her and her compliance and all that comes from. And I think I'm lacking in the non-sexual influence potentially.
Why do you think you're lacking in non-sexual influence?
Well, maybe it's just the conversations we have And I think in general too, I'm just wondering, like, maybe that's why I'm not attracting more girls, because maybe it's a lack of charisma or something. I don't know, something like that.
Yo, why? I don't understand what's going on with your brain, bro. What is going on with your brain? Why are you focusing on the fact that you're not attracting girls? Do you go out and talk to girls?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens when you go out and talk to girls?
Well, that's the other thing I was going to ask you. Like last night, I met this girl. I said my name and I put my hand out to shake her hand, and she's like, pound it. She put her pound it, and I was like, no, shake my hand.
Yeah.
And she goes, pound it, and I walked away.
Okay.
So which I think is like kind of the right thing, but sometimes I'm just getting like frustrated with how.
That was one girl though. That was one fucking girl.
Oh yeah. Right.
Wait. If one interaction with one fucking girl frustrates you, then just take your ball and go home, bro. Take your ball. No. Take your weak ass ball and go home. Like I ain't got time to fucking baby y'all motherfuckers no more. If you get frustrated about what happens with one fucking bitch out in the street, then just shut the fuck up and go home and beat your meat, bro.
Yeah, I guess it's just the concept of that I'm filtering out so many girls that aren't compliant, and it's just.
Well, that's the work you got to do.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what you sound like? You sound like a motherfucker that has to mow the lawn, and you're complaining that one blade of grass didn't get cut. You got a whole fucking lawn to mow.
Okay.
There's a lot of work that you have to do. If you're complaining now, then just give up.
Yeah, I got to just keep going. And
Mike. So here's the thing, because me and Mike, we're very familiar with each other. Okay, like I've been telling you, and Miles is basically trying to illustrate right now. You're too concerned with the outcome. You're too concerned with the outcome. And Miles, he says something that I want to piggyback off of. He talked about you got a whole lawn to mow. Okay, there's a quote, and I might get it wrong, but basically there was a football player recently who was talking about, I'm not concerned with the result. I'm more concerned with the work that I got to put in to get to the result.
Right.
And he said something to that effect. Right. So to Miles's point, you got work to do. You know what I'm saying? Put in the work. Yes, bro, it's gonna be work. But here's the thing: you need to get to a sweet spot. Okay, and what I mean by a sweet spot, you need to get to a point where you're comfortable with yourself and you're comfortable with how you present yourself to women.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. And once you're comfortable, regardless of the outcome, it doesn't matter, bro. When I walk away, or when I have walked away from interaction with women where the woman wasn't interested, in my mind is I said exactly what I wanted to say. There's nothing left to think about. I said what I wanted to say.
That's it.
Right. So there is no regret. Like, damn, I could have said this differently. Damn, I should have said this instead of that. No, I said what I wanted to say. She wasn't feeling it. Oh, well.
You see, let me say something. See, this is what I don't like about your mindset, Mike. You're asking a question. Listen to the question you asked. And I'm going to reverse engineer it to show you how you don't love yourself, to show you how you don't understand your own value, and to show you how you're not comfortable with who you are and how you're showing up, just like K-Zag just said. Your question was, what's more important, sexual or non-sexual attention? Right? Because I'm dealing with this girl and the sex is great, but based on the conversations, I don't feel I have that non-sexual influence. Right? Here's the thing. Okay. Let's look at what's going on. You're complaining about not attracting the type of bitches that you want to attract. Yet and still, there's a chick that you got that you fucking right now. And even with the chick that you're fucking right now, instead of being grateful, okay, hey, I got one on the team. Let me just focus on that and keep going. Instead of focusing on that, you're focusing on when you have conversations that don't seem like you have the other kind of influence. So the bottom line is this: no matter what, and I don't know if you subscribe to God, but it doesn't matter. It's just for the sake of the conversation. No matter what God gives you, you're going to be thinking about what you don't have.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the main reasons why you guys lose. Because no matter how much you win, you're always focused on what you didn't get.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
So you could be in a room, you could fucking go out, talk to 20 women, and all 20 of them come home with you, and you have a fucking orgy. And then you say to yourself, well, you know, girl number 19, her leg didn't shake like the rest of them did. So I'm not sure if I really did the right thing. I'm not sure if I fucked her good enough. Miles, do you think my dick is big enough?
Pause.
That's how you fucking guys act all the time. Like, the sun comes up, gives you heat and light and everything. And you're like, I don't know, is the nighttime might be better. I'm not sure. You're never fucking grateful for anything. This is why the first video I tell you to watch on the Masculine Identity membership is how to become grateful. Because all of you dudes do the same fucking shit. You go out and you talk to one fucking girl. She doesn't give you the response you like. And then all you can do is list all of the bad things about yourself and what you didn't do right and what you didn't say. And how do I develop a mouthpiece? And how do I do this? Because all of your questions are coming from a place of lack and ungratefulness. It would be different. It would be different if you called up and you said, hey, man, I met this girl the other day and we've been fucking and it's been perfect. I'm just trying to add a couple more to the team. So what kind of strategies could you give me so I could find, you know, places to go in my city that got more women that are on my wavelength? That's not how your questions sound. It's always, well, I got this thing, but I'm missing something. This is this and that and that, and this is not good enough. You guys don't understand how your own perspective, your own mindset dictates your fucking reality, bro.
And that's facts.
And all of you, too many of you, enough of you are ungrateful about your fucking life. And it's that negativity that keeps women away from you, bro.
Yes. You a lot of guys, let me say this, Mike, and I'll pass it back to you. A lot of you guys, y'all don't realize that your energy is a repellent. You know what I'm saying? So let me say this, and I want you to wrap your mind around this. And I want some of you guys who are overly concerned with the outcome and you know, got problems with rejection and anxiety. When you're too influenced by a need and a desire to fuck, you can never influence the woman outside of that. Right? Because you're so influenced and you're so driven by trying to fuck all these different women that you're coming into contact with. You lack the ability to influence her beyond you being influenced by sex. But also, what guys got to understand, once a woman realizes, okay, that you're influenced by sex, right, and that you have this energy about you, women are going to do one or two things. They're either going to reject you, right, or they're going to use you. They're going to leverage your sexual desire to them for their benefit. So a lot of times how it plays out when women leverage your sexual desire for them against you is, one, they either give you the misleading impression that sex is possible and you jump through all these hoops and then you realize you've been played with, or they give you the sex and they put it on you and they give you a bunch of sex because they know that you're easy. I can subdue him with pussy. I can literally subdue this man with pussy. I'm going to suck his dick. I'm going to put it on him. And then before you know it, 2 weeks later, you know, I'm going to have an overnight bag permanently at his spot. And I'm just going to weasel my way into this man's life with my pussy.
Hey, Mike, how long you known this chick that you smashing now?
A year.
A year. Okay. In a year of dealing with her, what makes you think that you don't have the right amount of influence? She's been consistently.
I do with her, so I need to believe I do because I do with her. It's just not maybe just.
That's what I'm saying. She's been consistent with you for 12 months.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
So that's what I'm saying. See, look. If you had said that I only known her for a couple of weeks, I would have said to you, first of all, you're reading too much into it. It's only been 2 weeks, but it's been 12 months. So that must mean you have some type of influence for her to have kept it consistent with you for the last 12 months. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay, so you're saying the only girls I should deal with are ones like her, where I have more influence non-sexually, because just other girls I'm not.
Okay, Mike. See, Miles don't know everything that's going on with that situation. I do. So no, even you Mike, your influence ain't where it needs to be non-sexually either. You know what I'm saying? But hold on, Mike, give me a second. Boxing Plug Dave with the 5. Salute to the Game Kings. Have a blast in Miami. To everyone attending, respect students of the game, society of game, students of the game. There we go, baby. All right. So Mike, here's the thing. Okay, I want guys to understand something. The only way you know that you have non-sexual influence, right, over a woman, which is just overall influence, is when she's dealing with you strictly on your terms and she don't give you no shit. If the woman is constantly challenging you on her position, you're influencing where it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to understand that. If a woman is constantly challenging you on her role, now there's nothing wrong with a woman maybe once bringing up her role in your life, but the moment you tell her, hey, listen, how things are right now is how I prefer them to be. If I want them to change, you'll be the first to know. But for the foreseeable future, things are going to be just like this. A woman who actually respects you and she's actually submissive and she's following your leadership, she will accept that. A woman who doesn't accept that is constantly going to challenge you on that. And she's going to try and browbeat you to give her more. That means you don't have the proper level of influence. But go ahead, Mike, you got it.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Another thing too is, Mike, I don't know if you focus enough on yourself. Like, you seem to be focused on the women. Like, oh, I should deal with this type of woman. I should deal with that type of woman. You should know who you are and deal with the women that get on your program. Try to know your program instead of trying to know the women. Try to know your program, because the more you know your program, is the easier it will be to attract the women who can be on your program, because it's really all about your program. It's not about the women. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's about the program. So, a lot of guys are like, oh man, I want to understand women. That's not the most important part. The most important part is for you to understand yourself, understand who you are. And then that'll create the situation for you to be able to convey whatever your program is, whatever requirements you have. And then they'll be able to either meet the requirements or not. And then you can either choose to deal with or dismiss them. That's really it. Or you can choose on how deep the level is. Now, so within the last 12 months, you haven't been able to attract any other females? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I have, but I get some coaching with Zach, and it's my fault. I just get inconsistent, and
you get inconsistent because you rely heavily on the fact that you got one already.
No,
I'm asking.
I've taken a girl home and we've had sex, and then I have to start giving her a lot of non-sexual attention rather than just making her a fuck buddy.
Oh yeah, you fucking up.
So Miles, so Mike, just hold on. I'm gonna tell him a story real quick. I already did a video talking about it, so it's not new. So he had a situation where he took a young lady home, fucked her on the same night. After she left, she was texting him glowing reviews on what occurred, right? Okay. But this is what he decided to do. He decided to try and offer her dinner, like, come over, I'll make you dinner. He started talking to her about taking trips and all this other shit.
Oh my God.
And she never came back to fuck him again after that.
She giving you glowing reviews on the dick and you offering her anything but dick. You see? Crazy.
Yeah. But see, and that's the thing, because once he did that, then she started, when he would try to get her to come back to the crib, she would be like, no, meet me here. Like, try to get him to meet her out, right? But and this is why you never give women options, right? Look, guys, I need you guys to understand. If sex is like weed to women, non-sexual attention is like crack or fentanyl. Women love non-sexual intimacy and attention. They need it. They love it. Now, and truth be told, when you have a healthy relationship outside of sex, you need both. You need the non-sexual and the physical intimacy. But women covet and they crave non-sexual shit. So when you offer it, they're gonna double up on it, right? This is why you do the fuck buddy shit first, and once the woman has shown that she can stay in that position for an extended period of time, and if you feel like she's worthy of more, okay, then you start introducing that other shit later on down the road. Once you introduce the non-sexual intimacy early on, what happens is part of a woman's attraction to you becomes tied in with the non-sexual shit. So you created a monster in a sense when you offer that shit too soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what's up with you, Mike? Are you like one of those hopeless romantic types, or what's up with you, bro?
No, I just I mean, I was married, and then I'm just kind of I discovered you guys about a year and a half ago or so.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just rewiring my brain, basically.
Okay.
How I see things.
Okay. Well, yeah, you gotta slow it down, bro. You gotta slow it down. You gotta get these women used to the consistency of sex first.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. Get her used to the consistency of sex, and then slowly implement more things during the vetting process. And you might want to. I mean, I know you getting coaching from Zach, but the vetting process is really important, and Lucario talks about that a lot.
Yeah, feel free to check out the Masculine Identity, the Bad Boy Membership. Let me say this real quick. I want guys to understand, and I want women to understand this too. I don't necessarily believe in explaining myself to women, but I like to give clarity so that way shit is understood.
Right.
Guys, I need you guys to understand what I'm about to say. The reason why there's other reasons, but the main reason, in my opinion, you need to get women used to just sex for a while and nothing else, because you need to make women fully aware that the sex is separate from every other aspect of the relationship. It's completely separate. You never want women to tie the sex to something else, right? Because once women tie the sex to something else, then having sex with women becomes about that something else.
Right.
Okay, let me get a little further into what I mean. If you meet a woman, and let's say you take her out on 3 or 4 dates before you have sex. If and when you do have sex, those 3 or 4 dates you took her out on become tied to the sex, because that's the thing you did to get to the sex. So whatever you did to get to the sex, you got to continue to do to have sex with her. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
This is why you don't want to introduce all that other shit, because now that shit you did is tied directly to the sex. No, you want the sex to stand on its own. Like, you want a woman to fuck you on the strength of she just desires you sexually for no other reason other than the fact that she desires you sexually. That's it. If she's fucking you for any other reason other than that, it's going to be problematic for you.
And then, so in that case, I really got to focus on building my sex appeal.
Okay, bro. Bam. Miles, go ahead. I know you want to go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say. I mean, you got to focus on building yourself. Period, bro. You got to focus on yourself. That's what you got to focus on. So you could call it sex appeal, you could call it confidence, you could call it swag, you could call it whatever the hell you want to call it. But the bottom line is, until you're grateful for who you are, none of this shit is gonna matter. You understand? Until you're grateful, comfortable, and confident about who you are, none of it is going to matter. So if you want to call it building up your sex appeal, fine. But the bottom line is, you need to focus on yourself. You understand? You need to you need to get up and create a routine and a lifestyle that has to do with the improvement of yourself. And not just self-improvement for the sake of self-improvement, but I mean, you want to enhance yourself. You want to appreciate yourself. You ever heard them say the value of a house appreciates?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I mean when I say appreciate. Not just appreciate, like look in the mirror like, wow, I really appreciate myself. No, like, I appreciate myself, so I'm going to do this for myself. I appreciate myself, so I'm going to enhance myself by doing this. I appreciate myself, so I'm going to enhance my mindset by studying more. I appreciate myself, so I want to maintain my health, so I eat more greens. I appreciate myself, so I want to, go to events that spark my interest and my creativity. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
All of those things together will help you to see yourself a certain way. And so when you interact with people, you'll come off way more confident. And that in turn will help your sex appeal, your influence, all of that shit.
Yeah.
So real quick, so this is what I would say about sex appeal. You got to understand, sex appeal is just your level of sexual desirability to other women, or to women. I say other women, but to women in general. So just because one woman thinks you're sexy doesn't mean the other woman will. So when you say build your sex appeal, to Miles' point, you need to work on yourself where you're not seeking the acceptance or validation of women, right? So what you have to understand is that sex appeal is subjective, depending on a woman that's making that decision as to whether or not she sexually desires you, right? So when I said all that to say this, Mike, there's been times where I've been out to a bar or a club, and there were literally three women, sometimes maybe four, that I could have took either one of them home, right? Multiple women I could have took home that one night. Then I go out the next night and ain't no woman fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? So just because you're in a spot where 1, 2, or 3 women find you sexually desirable, that doesn't mean when you go out the next night, there's going to be another 1, 2, or 3, or 4 women that think you're sexually desirable, right? There's always going to be times, there's always going to be ebbs and flows where you feel like you can't miss. One day you feel like you can't miss. It's on and popping. And then the next day or the next weekend ain't shit popping, right? It's the way that it is, right? But just like you shouldn't get overly happy and full of joy and start doing cartwheels and flips because women want to fuck you, you shouldn't get down and feel some type of way because women don't.
Yeah.
All right. You got any other questions?
Yeah. You got any other questions?
Yeah. Gentlemen, I appreciate it.
All right, bro. Appreciate you. All right. Thanks for calling in. And yeah, man, be grateful, bro. Appreciate you. Have a good weekend.
Sir. Thank you.
All right, man. All right, guys. Call in 919-647-9392. 919-647-9392.
So he apparently he lives in San Antonio. So if you're talking about Bentleys, I believe they shut Bentleys down. They're doing reconstruction. Yes, I've been to Bentleys, and yes, I've hollered at some bras at Bentleys, and it's full of bras. Yes, it's full of chicks everywhere. Yes. Now he's asking about Lunas. Yes, that's guys. This spot right here, Lunas. Whenever I tell you guys about, whenever I give you guys these scenarios about taking chicks to jazz joints and all that, that's the spot he's talking about, Lunas. Yes. But anyway, so let's go on. I think we got some other questions.
All right.
Okay, so hold on real quick. So Junesport says, this teacher I've given the opportunity for the D. She's saying she works up enough days to get off. She'll drive down. Is that considered waiting? Okay, I got to read this shit again. This teacher I have given the opportunity to. See how I got to clean y'all shit up when I read it, goddammit? For the D, she's saying she works, okay, I guess too many days. Okay, guys, okay, this is what I think you're asking. When you're dealing with women, all you need to do is let women know when you're available, when you're trying to do the damn thing. Now, if the woman isn't available on the day you suggested, it's okay for her to say, well, I'm not free on that day. How is this day? That's okay. You can negotiate the days, right? Depending on your scheduling. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with negotiating the days. You never negotiate the venue. You never negotiate the venue or the date. But as far as the availability, yeah, you got to discuss that. There's nothing wrong with that. So if she's saying, well, I'm only free on this day, so I'll come and see you on that day. Now, if you're not meeting other women, and you're waiting for that day to come, then you are waiting.
Mm.
But if you're doing your thing and dealing with other women, and you say to yourself, hey, if she shows up, cool. If she don't, cool. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm still doing me though. So it depends on what you're doing behind the scenes. Are you literally like, you know what? For the next 8 days until she comes, I'm not going to meet no other women. I'm not going out at all. I'm just going to mark my calendar and I'm just going to wait patiently for that day to come. Then I don't think you should do that. But go ahead, Miles.
Yeah, you I mean, yeah, like K-Zach said, you just set up the date and in between time set up more dates. You'll be all right. Is that considered waiting? Yeah, again, if that's when she's available, that's when she's available. Just set up the date for whenever both of y'all available. That's really it. But in the meantime, you don't have to sit there and not talk to any other women. That would be the waiting part. Got another one?
Yeah, so he says there's no influence synonymous with low, medium interest. He's talking about what L, because L talk about low, medium, and high. Okay, guys, I'm gonna make it this simple for you. Shout out to the homie L. Okay, your lack of influence is attributed to the fact that she ain't feeling you. That's it. That's it. She ain't feeling you, right? She ain't feeling you. Now, here's the thing. This is what I want to tell guys. If you're the type of guy where you're constantly meeting women and you have no influence, something's wrong with you. Okay, there's something going on with you that you need to rectify. But if you're meeting women and you have a decent number of the women that you're dealing with whom you're able to influence, but then you're going to have women here and there where you have no influence, these are just women that are not into you, right? That's going to happen. You cannot influence every single woman. It's impossible, right? But again, if you're running into women time and time again whom you're dealing with to one degree or another, but they're just not following your lead, they're not dealing with you on your terms, then there's something going on with you where they don't think you're that guy. That's all that is.
Facts.
All right, you good, Miles? I'm going to go ahead and go to the next one.
Yeah, good, yeah.
All right, so right here. So he says, would you say women today are harder to do? No! See, this motherfucking question, dog. Okay, I'm going to read your whole question because I already know it's a dumb question. Would you say women today are harder to deal with than women back in the 1950s? Oh, let me stop right there. I can't stand when guys say that. You didn't live back then. You weren't there back then. None of us was dealing with women back in the 50s. Okay, that was 70-something years ago. None of us was there. None of us know how it was to deal with women back then. Okay, you're alive now. Focus on right now. Okay, who behave more like ladies. Miles, I don't know about you, but I only deal with women who behave like ladies.
Of course.
What the fuck you mean? The fuck you mean? Talking about guys, see, y'all let the internet flood your mind with bullshit. There are plenty of women out here that conduct themselves like ladies. They just don't like you. This is why you're not you're not seeing it, not because women don't conduct themselves like ladies. You're not seeing it because they ain't fucking with you. Period. That's why you're not seeing it, because they're not fucking with you. When women actually gravitate to you and want to deal with you, you're gonna see the shit you need to see.
Mm-hmm.
Period. So when you say women are harder to deal with, no, I'm gonna say this, and women will tell you this: men are weaker. This is a fact. Men are weaker than they used to be. Right? When you look at the overall makeup of men, how men conduct themselves in society these days,
right?
Men are way more bitch made now than they were 70 years ago, and that's a fact.
Yep.
All right, you got something you want to add to that, Miles? But that's the last question that I see right now. I'm gonna get back to you.
Oh, Jay Roman in the building. What's going on with you, man?
What up?
So we good on calls right now, Miles?
Yeah, we good on calls. Guys, call in 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392. Go ahead and call in, guys.
Okay, so you probably didn't see the video. So, the title of the joint, do men really need to win women over? So for those of you who didn't see the video, you get to see it now. And Jay Roman, this nigga want to call in right when I say.
All right, yeah,
Go
let's
ahead.
take the call.
Yeah.
All right, we got it.
Hello?
Yeah, 718. You on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. We got your host K Zag, and we also got Jay Roman and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
What's good? It's Marcus, 24, New York.
All right,
Bro, you got to speak up. Your energy is kind of low, like you're mumbling a little bit.
Yeah, he don't like talking to people.
Nah, so I have a situation. I don't know how this happened, but I just want to know, like, how can I, like, diffuse it? So basically, a girl that I tried to holler at, like, a while back, basically came back into my life because she knew one of my friends. So, my friend was talking about me one time and shit, and then he put the girl around me, and then the girl was like, "Oh, I remember you and shit." And I'm like, "You remember me from?" And then
Okay. Hold on, let me stop you there.
and I'm like,
hold on. I want to understand. So this is a woman you tried to get at, but she wasn't with it?
yeah. Basically, I got her number, and I tried to text her and shit. She didn't respond. I left it at that.
Okay, and now she's coming back around?
Yeah. But
Okay.
she's still on the same shit she was on before. So I told her, like, you don't need to really be talking and shit. Like, you don't need to.
Okay, but what's your problem then? What's your problem though?
Okay, so when I talk to my mans or when I'm with my mans, she would try to come around to. And I'm like, bro, like I'm.
Okay, caller. Okay, so let me help you out. Let me tell you what the bro. She can let her come around. Here's the thing. Okay, this is why I tell you guys not to recycle women. This is precisely why I'm gonna show you something. And this should help you out if you're willing to pay attention, guys. Whenever you invite a woman or give a woman an opportunity to come back into your life, many times she's gonna come back with the same energy. Because of how she perceived you to be back then, she still sees you the same way now. So the way that she felt like she can waste your time back then, she feel like she can do it now.
Mm-hmm.
And she's doing it. You said it. She's doing the exact same shit. Because there's something about you where you don't garner enough respect for women not to come off that bullshit. Now, if a woman is coming with that energy the first time and you just get rid of her, not a problem. But if she's coming back around and she's coming with that same energy again, what that probably means is that when you first was dealing with her, you didn't set the tone and the boundaries for how she needed to conduct herself if she fucking with you. Y'all got it.
Yeah, you got it, Jay. Go ahead.
Yeah, my question is, do you think this girl like your homie?
She needs to, because I'm like, bitch, what the fuck you look on me for?
No,
like,
do you think she likes your homie?
They work together, so he probably had a clash. I asked him, and he said like he said that she's kind of like weird, and that he was cordial with her, like he should just have convo with her and shit. I don't know if she likes him or not. He said that she used to like stare at him and shit, but I'm thinking she just wants friends or something. And I'm like, bro, like I don't do that.
All right, well, my thing is this, man. Like, put your homie on. Tell him like, hey, ain't nothing rocking with us. So it's all good. And then on top of that, why is he inviting her with you guys?
I don't know, man. It's some weird shit, man.
Yo, no, I don't think that's no weird shit. I don't think it's anything weird. But my thing is like, this is like a non-factor sort of thing. She ain't feeling you, which in turn, you ain't feeling her. So she should just be somebody at the party. It shouldn't be no issue.
Yeah, why are we talking about this girl? Why are we talking about her, bro?
Because when she came back the second time, instead of wasting time, I just told her like, look, if this is the most thing we could do, we could just have a little thing on the side. We could fuck, do all that. I guess she got her feelings about that, right? So I left it at that. I unfollowed her, stopped talking to her.
Why? Okay, this is my issues. How old are you?
Try to bring that shit up and shit. And I'm like, bro.
How old are you?
24.
24. Okay. Yeah, you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all be getting real emotional about a woman that don't want you guys, and I don't understand it. Like, she's a non-factor. I ain't gotta delete. I ain't gotta, stop following her.
Unfollow, yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gotta do none of that. You just a non-factor. I don't have to delete your number out my phone to not call you. Like, it's not happening. So
true, like,
so from that point on, it should have just been cool. Like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
She be disrespectful.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, why you giving her all this energy and all this access to
Because he
you?
really like her.
All this extra shit. I'm like, bro, you don't even gotta talk about that. That's cool. Like,
What do you mean by extra stuff? What does she do? Please explain to me what is extra stuff that she do.
I told you, okay, I was with my mans, and I guess we in like a little group. So I cut her off. I left it at that. But previous, I told her like, yo, we could have a thing on the side. She probably wasn't feeling that. But when I'm in my group and I'm talking to my people, she bringing that up. Like, she wants some clout or some attention or some shit. I'm like, bro, this is not that type of
What is she bringing up that you got at her?
Jay Roman, real quick, hold on. Bro, is she part of y'all social circle? Who is inviting her out to these places you go to with your boy?
She's part of his social circle. I'm cool with him on outside with other things. But I guess she'll probably be around if I was to hang out with him. I could keep it playing and not talk about it.
These are
She the one that be blowing up the spot on street. That's all I'm like.
Hey, yeah, I got at you, but you ain't feeling this dick. You're not old enough to ride this ride. Now,
it's old news.
I don't know why you lose. I don't know why this is a real question here. Like, you're talking about a female that you said you dismiss.
Like, how do I dismiss?
You don't want to talk to.
Like crazy,
bro. Okay, call her. Just ignore her. You ain't got to respond to anything that she says. But here's the thing. So you getting caught up, bro. You don't have to be mean to her. She, in the grand scheme of things, she didn't do nothing to you, right? So you don't got to be mad at her, bro. It ain't that serious.
No, when I started talking to her, I told her, look, we was cool. We had this in convo, but that's it. That's all I said. And then
real quick, caller. Hold on, real quick. Let me say this, bro. I've dealt with chicks that were in my social circle where there was initial interest. Once I realized that the woman wasn't, on the same type of time I'm on, once I realized she wasn't trying to deal with me on my time, I just stopped dealing with her. Now, and if I go out to a party or an event and she there, I'm still going to talk to her. I'm still going to hug her. What up, girl? But as far as talking about sex, hooking up, I'm done. Like, we're done. We're done having those discussions. But I'm still cool with them.
Nah, yeah. I would have been cool with her, but she's not even cool to be friends with me. Like, she's just weird.
Bro, no, but you ain't got to be no friend. I ain't friends with these chicks.
That's the part I'm trying to really figure out.
She wants
why.
That. Bro, I'm not doing that.
Why is she not cool to be around? Because she mentioned that you tried to holler at her?
No, it's not even. Yeah, she mentioned that, but she mentioned that like trying to cock block. Like, if I'm talking to other shorties, she'll try to be on some cock block and shit. I'm like, you dragging it now.
Oh, that's good publicity. That's good publicity. Man, you could see.
But Jay Roman, he put himself. Caller, I don't think you realize you put yourself in position to be disrespected in this fashion. I don't think you realize that because here's the thing, and this is what I mean by that. The first time when she wasn't responding to your text, right? The fact that you gave her energy and let her back in has kind of led to what's going on now. Now, you made the mistake of giving her a second chance, right? Now, there was still an opportunity for you to do it the right way. So the second time she came back into the picture, you should have told her straight up, just like the way I'm gonna say it right now. Hey, the only way I'm dealing with you is if you're gonna suck this dick. That's it. Like on some explicit shit, like. Or you ain't even gotta say it. You could have been like, hey, if we ain't fucking, we ain't doing nothing. I need you to understand that. If we ain't fucking, we ain't doing nothing. Right? That would have shut everything down. Because she would have known I have no other card to play with this guy. Either we fucking or we ain't doing nothing. But something tells me you kept entertaining this chick on some texting back and forth, calling back and forth. Something tells me you were trying to convince this chick to fuck with you.
No, bro. I never had a phone call with this girl. Nothing, gang. Nothing, bro.
Okay, I think I got the picture right now, and I'm gonna just clearly say it, bro. You the one in your feelings.
Nah, bro.
No, seriously, because it sounds like. Hold on, let me tell me if I'm right or wrong here. It sounds like you got at her.
Yeah.
She wasn't feeling it, right? And so you was like, all right, whatever, right? And then your partner who works with her, he had a function or he had something going on, and she was there. Now you over there looking at her, and she's like, hey, what's up? Trying to be cordial and cool, and you fit in your feelings, so you feel a certain way, and you like, hey, what's up? Whatever. I'm cool on you. I'm cool on you. And then she talks. She in the party talking about he done tried to get at me before. And you like, why you telling people that I tried to get at you?
Nah, that's not what happened. When I saw her again, I didn't even remember who she was. What happened was I hollered at her again, not knowing that I hollered at her before. And then when she saw my number, she's like, I got your number. I'm like, how you got my number? I was like, oh, all right, cool. So you already know what to do then. Well, for that, I'm like, nah, we straight fucking. Because
but did you tell her that though?
Yeah, I told her that in the messages. I'm like, yeah, bro, that's it.
Then how do we get from you telling her we straight fucking to I can't stand her? That's where I'm having an issue with.
I'm not gonna keep going back and forth. Like she want to do whatever she want to do. I'm not about to you know what I'm saying?
Bro, but Carla, you know, if you told her we're straight fucking, Carla, listen. If you told her we're straight fucking and she ain't trying to fuck, how did y'all even get to the point you're at now?
Because she came. Okay, after that, I stopped talking to her. I don't follow her. I don't do none of that shit. My mans, I was talking to my mans. She just came out of nowhere, like, and then she was talking to him at first. So I let them talk. I stood out the way, and then she tried to involve me, try to have a conversation with me. I'm like, all right, bro, like you dragging it, like you feel me? Because she brought up, oh, you did this. If she would have talked to me like, yo, how you doing? I'm like, all right, cool. We don't even got to talk about, because that shit over with. She instantly went to that. I'm like, why you even talking about that shit? Like, that shit over with. Like, I don't even want to do nothing.
I don't get it. Hey, your man tried to holler at me. Yeah, I did. You had a fat ass, but it ain't go nowhere. Now what's up? Like, how this evening's going? All right, I'll check y'all later. Like, what's the? Say that again, caller.
That's what I'm saying. She's still stuck on it. So if I'm trying to get some new pussy, you're just gonna try to fuck it up.
She's going to try, or she's tried and it messed you up.
Bro, I try to holler at one of her friends. Her friend is like, because I guess she talked about me to her girls, to her friends too, something like that.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
man, thank you. That's some clarification right there, bro. Your game is whack.
To her friends or something. Huh?
Your game is whack. You need to get on one of these brothers. You need to get on one of these brothers' program because that wouldn't fuck anybody up.
What you mean?
I was like, I'm good. I'm good.
Like if some girl was to talk to me about some other girl, what does that matter? I don't care.
Exactly. Nah, it's not that I care, bro. But don't try to fuck up my pussy. Like, I'm doing my thing.
Bro, caller. Bro, hold on. Bro, listen.
I'm doing my thing, but she would try to
listen, caller. A woman, caller. Listen, brother, listen. A woman, I need you to understand what you're saying. If you're trying to get with one of her friends, she has a position where she can throw salt all day. There's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're going to deal with other women, deal with other women. But if you're trying to deal with a woman that knows her and you know she messy, bro, there's nothing you can do about her cock blocking that situation or throwing salt all day. And she might be telling him, man, he's a bitch ass dude. But she might be saying all types of shit about you, right? But there's nothing you can do about it. And like Jay Roman said, you shouldn't care. I don't give a fuck. Say what you want.
Bro, the girl, I don't care, bro.
Yeah, you do. You called in about this bitch, bro. You do care.
And I'm gonna tell you something real honest though, real quick, caller. I'm gonna tell you something real honest though. It didn't matter if that was her best friend. if her best friend really wanted to fuck with you, she would fuck with you.
Yeah.
Regardless of what she's hearing.
Even if she said, yo, he's whack as shit, she would still mess with you.
Yep, she sure would.
So it ain't them. It's you.
I mean, shit, I can go get some new pussy. I'm not worried.
Yeah, please do. Please do. Please go get some new pussy, fam. Please do.
Hey, people in the chat, I think we clarified it very well. I don't know what else we could say. I just think you ain't getting it. So, maybe the people in the chat can say you guys need to explain a little more. But I believe we have clarified it enough for you to understand that you're the one tripping.
How can I dismiss her without her being in her feelings or without her trying to?
Why would you care? You care too much,
bro. If you're trying to dismiss someone, why the fuck do you give a fuck about their feelings? If you're trying to dismiss them,
I did already, but she came back. Like, I'm not trying to go back and forth.
Fam, a woman can't come back into your life unless you let her, fam. I mean, she putting a gun to your head and holding you hostage on some fucking Misery shit. You ever see that movie Misery? Is that what she doing? She got you strapped to the bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
Talking to my mans, and then she, like, that was the only time she ever had access to me, bro. I never invited her back. None of that shit, bro. Should I tell my mans, like, yo, don't bring her around? Like, that's what I'm saying.
Fam.
Yo, this is how these young niggas get down, right? Like, niggas love drama as much as bitches, bro.
I'm not. This came to the drama for me,
bro. Call her, bro. So you telling me that you and your partners don't get together and just go out as boys? Hey, let's go. Y'all always gotta go out with some bitches?
Nah, we go out.
Then go out. What you mean?
His partner, this girl be jocking his partner at work. So this partner, he go out and he have her come around. She's weird, but hey, it's another girl to roll with in the crew. Me and my crew used to hang with some females. We get in the club for free and drinks, and we used to use them to get free drinks and stuff like that. But nobody wanted to smash neither of them.
Well, just caller, you're acting like she's an STD that you can't get rid of, bro. Like you literally acting like she's an outbreak or something, bro. I mean, fam, like you act like you have no control over your life. Like, man, she's in my life, and everywhere I go, there she is, man. I can't get rid of this bitch. That's what you acting like, bro. But you just said that, bro. You said I'm gonna tell my friend not to invite her out anywhere.
I'm not really feeling for it. Like, I'm not into just going back and forth. I could tell him that. But I don't know if he on some simp shit. He gonna try to bring her around anyway. Like, I'm not into that, bro.
No. Your friend ain't on the simp shit, but somebody is.
I'm not.
Call her. Your friend is like, man, me and her cool. Y'all ain't cool. Y'all not being cool ain't got shit to do with me. You a grown ass man. Handle your shit.
Why aren't this is my issue right here, brother. This is my issue right here, brother.
Attention, like the feeling for my attention is like, all right, bro, it's annoying because you're not trying to do what I want. You're not trying to do.
Bro, just like so right there. Hold on, caller. See, I know what you're doing. Okay, and you're gonna lie, but I know exactly what's going on. Yeah. See, every time, when you told her, and we know that you're lying about something, you're leaving some shit out. But every time you tell her, if you're gonna fuck with me, we doing X, Y, Z, and then she'll play games with you, and then she'll come back around and give you some more attention. Come on, girl, we gonna fuck or what? Something tells me that every time she gives you attention, you keep trying to bring up sex, and she keep playing with you. So how many times have you mentioned to her about fucking? How many times? Be honest.
Probably that one time.
Nah, bro, it's been more times than that, bro. I don't believe you, bro. I don't believe you, bro. I believe that you mentioned. I believe you tried to set up sexual rendezvous multiple times, and she keep flaking on you. That's what I believe is going on.
Oh, I'm gonna just say this, man. Something's not adding up. It's not adding up. Why are you so invested in somebody that don't want you, in turn you don't want?
Bro, you're not telling us the whole story.
To the point where you're telling your partner not to bring her around. Like, what does it matter if she comes around?
Bro,
She
J.
says
Rum,
hi.
you
I
can
say
also.
hi. She say, how you doing? Hey, how was you doing? The only
J.
thing
Rum,
is every time
Nah,
she talks to
we
you,
used to be cool like that. Before
every
it
time
was
she
like that.
talks
When
to
I
you, you
go to
think
the first time,
she's getting
and
at
she
you or
want to be
something.
man.
All right, hold on, real quick. Everybody, hold on. Lord Jefferson with the 279 caller, you are annoying too. Okay, he said you're annoying. Caller, real quick, J. Rum, before we get him. Hold on, caller, please tell the truth. Caller, how many times, I'm going to ask you the question another way. How many times have you attempted to set up a sexual rendezvous and it didn't happen? How many times?
Said probably like twice.
That's the problem. You keep trying, and you're frustrating yourself.
Why did you try more than once?
Because she came back.
What?
Through my friend. I didn't bring her back. So when
Came
she came back,
No. She's hanging out, minding her own fucking business. She didn't come back to nothing. What are you talking about?
when I hollered at her the second time, I didn't know who she was. And then I found out that this was good after I talked to her. After that, I was like, all right, let me see. After that, I was like, nah, never mind. That was it. And after that point, we could talk regular, we could be cordial, no problem. I was doing that. I don't know if I gave it too much attention. She started getting too comfortable. She started bugging. So I'm like, all right, by this point, we just can't talk at all.
Caller, hold on. Back, bro, you leaving something out because when your friends started bringing her around and you got at her and you realized, oh, this is the same chick, that was, wasting my time, way back when. And the moment you tried to set something up and she basically did the same thing again, right? Wasted your time. Because you just said once you realized she wasn't with it, you left her alone and you started giving her attention. For her, if she was cool with you leaving her alone, something happened with you that it got to the point where she is purposely going out of her way to talk shit about you in a public setting. So what did you do, bro? Tell the truth. What did you do?
I don't want to fuck. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. And she said what? You told her you wanted to fuck and she said what?
She gave me the oh, I'm not that type of girl. You got to come at me a different way. All that.
Okay. And what did you do when she said that?
You gotta.
What did you do when she said that?
Huh?
Oh, now here
when she said, I'm not that kind of girl. You got to come at me in a different way. What did you do after she said that?
I said, it's cool, no hard feelings. We can go separate ways.
And that was it.
That was it.
And now she's tripping, running your name through the mud with her friends behind that encounter, behind that. Come on, bro.
So she's out there saying, hey, don't mess with this dude. All he wants to do is fuck. He just told me he wants to fuck.
I don't know what she's telling them, but I'm not really concerned with that. I just want her to just back up a little bit. That's it.
Bro, fam.
See,
real quick, hold on, let me say this. Bro, you can't control where she hangs out at. You can't. So if it's really that big of a deal, bro, I've never had this type of situation with a woman in my life. Ever. Not
Plus,
one time.
Plus, you're lying to yourself, which makes it hard for you to realize your mistakes and errors. Because you just said, I don't care what she tells her friends. Yes, you do. That is the whole purpose of the phone call, that you get tired of her hating on you.
I don't want her to start like bringing drama, no extra shit. Because she seemed like she was really butthurt about that shit. I'm like, bro,
but no, bro. I don't, bro. It's something, bro. It's something else.
Something else, man.
Bro, because I've told women, same thing. Look, if we ain't fucking, we ain't doing nothing. And I never had no problem. They never said, you're such an asshole. And they went on a fucking smear campaign. You know what I'm saying? Written billboards and shit. Come on, bro. What's going on, bro? So you lying about something.
Did you salt her out with your homie? You been talking bad about her to your homie?
Nah.
You ain't been gossiping, huh?
What I'm gonna say?
We good on phone calls, bro. This is the only guy we got.
We good on calls. Yeah.
I already know her. I'm excited about this shit, bro.
I'm gonna just say it one more time. This is gonna be my last piece because we going in circles.
Yeah, we are.
And this is the only place I go in circles in. Listen, you're lying to yourself one way or another because you're caring about somebody that shouldn't even be a factor to you.
Right.
You got at her twice. You know, let's say first time on purpose, second time accidentally. She shot it down. You was in your feelings from the first time, and so you came at her on the second time, like either we fucking or not. And she was like, "Oh, I'm not that type of person," even though she didn't really want you in the first place. So that's it. You hanging out with your partner. He calls her over to hang out all together. What is the big deal? What's up? Hey, whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever. You go to one side of the club and talk to a woman. If she goes to that side and says, "Hey, don't mess with him. All he wants to do is fuck," to me, there's no bad publicity. So, you know, if I talk to her and she says all you want to do is fuck, I'm like, hey,
Look,
hey.
No, but women typically aren't salty about that to carry on a smear campaign against somebody.
Yeah, so there's something you lying about, something you either you lying to yourself or you lying about the situation, but it really doesn't sound like a factor.
Nah,
She's there, so what? It's another woman that said no. That's it.
Yeah, but she's attached, bro. Like she's attached for some
Bro, she's not attached to you, bro. This nigga's delusional,
bro. I gave her attention one time. Why is she still worried about this shit?
Fam. She is not attached to you. She don't want you, bro. Bro, there's something that you did
Tell your partner to call in.
Hold on real quick.
Tell your partner to call in. Give your partner the number.
J-Rum, hold on real quick. Hold on, J-Rum, real quick. There's something that you did and or said to that woman that got her bitter, bro. Because if a woman is not sexually attracted to you and you make that proposition and she don't take it and you don't fuck with her, women are not running around bitter at a man they don't want. That don't even make no sense.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yep. Okay.
I don't know. I know I'm gonna leave this shit alone though, bro.
Yeah, please do.
I've been left that shit alone, bro.
Yeah, tell your boy to call in so we can get the real story.
Yeah. All right, caller. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in. Be safe out there. All right, so we got yeah, guys, call in 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392. Go ahead and call in, guys.
Yeah, that call was a waste of energy. So anyway, do men really need to win women over? So, J-Rum, here's the video.
How old are you, ladies?
30. 32.
Okay. At your age, do you feel like dating has become easier or harder for you?
It's honestly stupid.
What's the difference between now and then?
It's harder to meet people who have the same interests as you. Because as a woman, the older you get, the more serious you get.
Yeah.
But men don't match that energy.
Do you think it's because men are becoming more successful as they age and they have their pick of the litter?
No.
I think they're becoming stupider, to be honest.
Or do you think that they're just going for younger women?
I don't think it has anything to do with age.
No, I think it's that men have discovered that they don't need to try as hard to want to win a woman's heart. And it's sad because there are a lot of women out there who will settle for that, and that's fine. We won't settle for that. So if you don't bring your A game, you're just really not getting it. And by getting it, I mean like even the chance to just like take us out on a date.
Yeah.
So J-Rum, there you go, Phil.
Men don't have to try as hard to win our hearts.
Yeah, that was a video. It's really hard for me to kind of listen to two ladies when I know they'll change in a heartbeat on the next dude they like walking by. So,
exactly.
You know, it's kind of like, oh, okay, that's how you feel right now. That's cool. You know, even when she said for us, her homegirl who was thirsting looked at the dude that was walking by real quick, almost like, I don't know what you're talking about. So, you know, I think when I came in, they talk about the 1950s to now and things like that. I believe personally that the men have changed more than the women. And I think that, you know, we have gotten weaker over time.
Yep.
And, you know, and society has even groomed society to be weaker and weaker and weaker. And I think, if anything, the reason why it's harder for the ladies is because they're selfish and they don't want to share.
Ladies.
929-929, you are on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Yo, what's up? It's Freddie Bad Boy from Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. What's going on, panel?
Okay,
What up?
Freddie. Hey, Freddie, forget about it. What's going on out there in New York, man? What's going on out there?
What's going on, man?
What's going on?
How the fuck are you?
How the fuck are you? How the fuck are you? How are you doing, huh? Forget about it, all right?
That's pretty good, Miles. Yeah.
What's up, though? What's going on, man?
What's up? The thoughts dawned upon me earlier while I was listening to some of you guys, and I was checking out the trailer for Game Kings 2. There's a dude, I don't want to mention his name. You're probably not gonna like me asking you this question. I don't want to mention his name, but there's a dude who was on Game Kings 1, and he's gonna be on Game Kings 2. And the shit he says on his channel couldn't be further from the shit you guys are saying. And his shit goes against a lot of the game principles. And I don't want to mention his name, but he's the select non-select guy. You know what I mean? Mr. Goodbar. If you catch my drift.
Who you talking about? Ron Wills?
Yeah. I wasn't trying to mention his name. Just added,
you said a lot of things he said contradict what we say.
Yes.
The first thing to understand is that every man got their own identity. I mean, I actually think it's more similar, but everybody interprets things the way they interpret it. But what's your real question, though? Instead of worrying about all the different philosophies, what's your question, or what are you really trying to figure out?
No, that was it. Like, I was wondering why, like if y'all knew that this dude said some of the shit he said, because like I would listen to some of his stuff. And it was just like completely again, like for one, he basically preaches that the game is about women.
Really?
And it's like that's not that it can't be. It says it on his website, and it kind of makes me wonder. Like, have y'all like saw his shit before? Because
this is what I would tell you. And I want guys to understand something, right? Real quick. Hold on, listen, real quick. Okay, and I'm just generalizing. I'm not even talking about Ron at this point. I'm just generalizing. I got mad respect for the brother, but let me say this: there are times when hold on, listen. There are times when somebody, because y'all got to remember, Ram and other people have been doing videos for probably 10 plus years, right? So there are times when you might have a certain mindset early on, but upon hearing new information, you change your mindset, right? That happens all the time. But if you're listening to someone's old videos, you might be like, oh, wait a minute. He says this, but back then he was saying that. He may have evolved his manner of thinking, right? That happens. Now, Ram, I think Ram got some dope information. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. I've never looked at his website. I'm not concerned with what's being said on his website. But my thing is this. I know when we did the Gang Kings, I'm gonna put it like this, what Miles said. All of us are different. Okay, we might have similarities. We might have similarities as far as like ideologies and philosophies, but all of us are uniquely different. If you listen to us on our separate channels, there's some shit that's similar, but all of us are uniquely different in our approach.
Okay, all right.
But I got it.
Well, yeah, no disrespect to the dude, no disrespect to the dude at all, or to you guys at all. I was just wondering, that's all. I was listening to his shit, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Right.
But I guess I didn't listen to too much of his shit.
It's also interpretation as well. You understand? It's also interpretation.
Absolutely.
So yeah, but yeah. And do you have any questions though?
No, that's it. That's it. Fucking masculine identity membership is off the fucking chain.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.
For those
yes,
of you
sir.
who are listening, go pay that shit.
Yes, sir. That should. Hey, right now we got the fall sale. You can get on a masculine identity membership for 99 cents for the first month. 99 cents for the first month. So go over there to masculineidentitymembership.com and get on it. And we also got the nightly Zoom calls, which is fire, man. We be chopping up really super dope game, man. Have you ever had a chance to get on the Zoom call? Caller?
I have not. Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I have not, because the Zoom calls are kind of late. I'm in bed by like 8 o'clock.
Okay.
But
You work early?
Yeah, I got to get up
Okay.
at 5 a.m.
All right, it is what it
So
is.
I can't really do the.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the 11 p.m. shit ain't working out. But one of the things I was thinking about too, because when there's another dude who Brandon Carter, his mentorship, he teaches guys how to like set up businesses online and all that shit.
Right.
And he records all his Zoom calls, and he kind of like backlogs it so that if you don't catch it, you can catch it on the Facebook group.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
That's just suggestion. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it.
But yeah, yo, for those of you who have not paid for that shit, that $1 a month shit, that's not fucking, like, he could be charging a hell of a lot more for the information that he's giving. Make sure you fucking get on there and you pay this man, though.
Hey, appreciate you, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. All right, man. Well, thanks for the call, man. We appreciate you, bro.
All right. Thanks a lot. You too.
All right, take it easy, brother. All right. Yeah, man. Go get on that membership. Stop playing.
Okay, and I fuck with Ron. I have a lot of respect for that brother. You know what I'm saying? And it also, I met the brother in person. He's solid. He's straight to me. So, and for me, everybody that's on the Game Kings 1 and 2, I would recommend their content to anybody.
Right.
Period. I have no problems with nobody. Yeah.
One, I think you made a hell of a point there, Zag, about just growth and learning. You know, if you have that type of mind to soak up a lot of knowledge and to decipher it, it will move and change you. We always have to grow and learn. It's always a thing that we have to do. And then also, like Miles was saying, that, you know, people are individuals. Now, the base of the meat or the bones of anything is the similarities in which we're drawn to, which you find your people. But it's going to be different from that point on. But the base is, you know, are you mentally getting stronger? Are you mentally getting to the point in your life where you realize that all of it has to do with you and how you set your life up?
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
so.
And shout out to Lord Jefferson with the $27.99 Canadian. He says, salute to y'all, brother. Salute to you, Lord Jefferson, out there in Canada, eh?
So, yeah, man, people, look, let me tell y'all something. Before my first YouTube channel got taken away, when I would go back and listen, because I started doing videos in late 2018, early 2019. When I would go back and listen to some of the shit I was saying, I'm like, I can't believe I even said this shit. Right? And literally, like, and I went on a campaign where I was making those videos private. Like, I can't believe I said that shit. Because I grew. Let me tell you something real quick. So I want you guys to understand something. Doing this YouTube shit, especially when I started doing videos with Miles, when we would do the Manhood is a Skill Set show with Dave and CJ a couple years back, and then when we started doing shit, when we started the Real Game No Theory joint, I learned a lot about myself. Right, in that time, I learned a lot about myself, right, and I learned a lot about consistency, right, when it comes to just the character of a man. I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, through that time, I've evolved and I've grown and I've matured, right? So I had to go back and take videos down, right? Because of that maturation, right? So I understand that, you know, now the premise of my information has been the same, but there's been a couple of videos here and there where I went a little left, you know what I'm saying, with some shit, you know what I'm saying? So I had to take some of that shit down, right? Because when I started evolving, the way I started seeing myself, I'm like, if people watch this video, they're gonna misinterpret shit, right? And then the information that I have now isn't gonna fall kindly on their ears. So I gotta take that shit down, right? So that's why I say sometimes you can't. It's 2024, about to hit 2025. If someone got some shit out from 2017, chances are, if you're listening to their information now, it's probably gonna be a little different because you grow.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, thank you. And I have evolved. I've grown a lot. And I'm gonna say real quick, Miles Cunningham, Lucario, 1950, and I'm gonna throw EO, I'm gonna throw him in there too. Steve the Dean, Ron Wills, a lot of these fellas that I have a immense respect for. I learned a lot, not just on how to conduct myself on live streams and how to be more consistent with the information, but even with the business aspect, because I didn't have no entrepreneur mind when I came into this shit.
Right,
I was just a dude on YouTube making fucking videos with no sense of direction. I literally had no, but I acquired that by listening to men that do, right? But I just want to point that shit out.
And I want to get to the other super chats. We got Box. Shout out to Joe Blast with the $5 super chat. He said respect. We got Boxing Plug Dave with the $5 super chat. He says salute to the Game Kings and have a black. I think you said that one. Salute to the Game King. Have a blast Miami. Lord Jefferson with the 279 Canada said caller, you're annoying. Lord Jefferson with the 279, he said, man, next caller, bro, not being honest. Exactly. And then of course with the last one, 2799, salute to y'all brothers. All right.
Yeah, so if y'all got a question, ask y'all a question. Put a Q in the chat followed by your question. Go ahead, Jerome.
Yeah, I always tell people there's a way to listen to advice. And listening to advice doesn't leave your own mind on the sideway. You know what I'm saying? You listen with an active mind before you decipher that information and how to apply it to yourself. And I think that when I first came on, I kept hearing about red pill, and I don't know if there's a blue pill or whatever. And there were certain rules that people kept saying, like, don't date this and don't do this and don't do that. And then I listened to you guys, and it wasn't don't do, is let me show you how to think about this along the way. And I think that's the difference between you seeing people understand that thinking about something means that you're involved. Exactly. You're not walking like somebody walks. You're getting the mentality on how to walk yourself. Exactly. And there's a big difference. So.
And shout out to Kelly Moore for the $10 super chat. He says, mad respect to Zag, Rome, and Miles for out here helping men become better men. 1 week countdown to the big party in South Beach. Facts. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Guys, we're going to be out there in Miami October 26th. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets, man. Get y'all tickets. Yeah, feel me.
Yeah. So again, what we talking about? We talking about, do men really need to win women over? I think men need to learn how to win themselves over. Yeah. I think, and I mean that. It's not just a cliche thing. I think men, the type of energy and effort men try and put into dealing with women, I think men need to put that into themselves. You know what I'm saying? Date yourself, spoil yourself, love on yourself, and respect yourself, and look at yourself as a man who has immense value to offer the world, not just with women, but in business and whatever other aspect of life you can think of. You know, be that man who's a well-rounded man who has value to offer anyone who wants it, right? But again, when I say anyone who wants it, that means someone has the opportunity to receive that value. So even when Miles does his Zoom joints, he's offering value. He's giving men an opportunity. He's like, hey, there's some value here if you want to partake in it. Right? It's no different than with women. Hey, there's some value here if you want to partake in it. But we're going to start off with fucking first. Right? That's the disclaimer. And see, and that's the realness and the authenticity and the genuineness you give women. Hey, I'm attracted to you. I'm down to fuck. Now, we can do some other shit later on, but we're going to do this first. Now, if you a chick and you really got some value to offer, you ain't got no problem saying, you know what? I'm going to take you up on that. I'm going to bide my time. I'm going to go ahead and show you I'm much more than a woman you can just fuck. Like, show me, right? But see, the problem with some women is they want the non-sexual shit first. And then they're like, well, if you do XYZ, then I'll give you some pussy on the back end. What that tells me is you think that I value pussy. I want guys to understand that. If you're trying to make me wait for sex, but you want all this because see, here's the thing. I'm gonna try to paint this picture. Women want the thing that they most value first on the front end, which is the non-sexual intimacy. Women value that more than dick. I'm telling you right now, right? They want that on the front end. But they don't think that men value their time like that, which is why they'll have you wasting your time trying to get to the sex because they think that's the thing that you most value.
Right.
Right? And what women got to understand is me wanting the sex first is not because I value the sex first. I value compliance. I value deference. I value a woman's willingness to submit and say, you know what, I'm going to let this man quarterback this thing. Right? Because I know this. My time is the most valuable currency I have. Period. And I know the time, you know, my romantic side, the intimate side of who Carrie is, that's the most valuable side of me because that makes up who I am. The sex, my dick does not make up who I am. My dick does not define my character. Right. But the type of man that I am overall does. And a woman wants access to that while withholding pussy. No. But y'all got it.
All right. Let me see. Guys, call in. We got a few minutes left. If y'all want to call in, we got it's 919-647-9392. 919-647-9392. Go ahead and call in. All right.
Hey, I like the way that comedian put it. You know, she's not very confident in her vagina. If she don't think she can hold you past that.
Facts.
Well, here's the fact. I want guys to think about this. If you're dealing with a woman who's respectful and she's pleasant to be around and she's good, she know how to suck a dick. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and she actually knows how to actually fuck. You know what I'm saying? Most guys aren't going to get rid of a woman like that. At the bare minimum, they're going to keep you around at least for sex. So what women have to understand is make sure that you handle your business in the bedroom. At least you'll have access to the man sexually. And as long as you have access to the man sexually, then you can work on trying to get that man to see what else you got to offer him. This is why I say hashtag her debit card work too. If you want to speak, ladies, it's very simple. If you want a man to spend time with you non-sexually, give him an incentive. It ain't no different than a guy. You guys, y'all want to have sex with a woman. You have to give a woman an incentive to want to fuck you. Now, that doesn't mean that you're working for it, but there has to be an incentive, and that incentive is sexual attraction. She has to sexually desire you. So if a woman wants access to a man non-sexually, give me a reason why I should be chilling with you on my couch watching a fucking football game or watching a movie. Why should I? Because you're cute? Because I want to have sex with you? That's why? No. Ladies, I'm going to tell you something. When you're dealing with a man who actually likes himself, he has to like you to want to be around you non-sexually. He has to like you as a person. So what are you doing? What are you doing to show that man that you are a likable person, that he would enjoy your company? I'm just a thought. All right, real quick. All right, so this question right here, he says, thoughts on jealous and possessive women. I don't deal with them. That's my thoughts. Y'all got thoughts on the jealous and possessive woman?
Jealous and possessive? Yeah, they don't really they don't get much time with me. Like they don't get much time with me. If she's jealous and possessive, I mean, yeah, jealous and possessive, that's not. And here's the thing. Jealousy can be okay to some extent and in some situations.
Small doses.
But possessiveness, a woman got to know that she can't even think that she could own or tell me what to do and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that the possessive thing come in. That's when we start getting into disrespect territory. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And also that's when women start claiming your dick. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? Acting like you can't be talking to nobody else. And I had a couple clients that went through that where a woman is on that. Well, if you're gonna have sex with me, you can't be dealing with no one else. That's the possessive woman, right there. You know what I'm saying? And guys, I gotta understand that your dick is your dick. It's not. Guys need to get out of this mindset. Well, it's our dick. No, it's yours. That's your shit, right? It's like a woman's vagina. That's her shit. That's not my shit. Now we can joke in the bedroom, and she can be like, "Ooh, Carrie, this is your pussy." All right, bitch. I mean, it's cool that you say that, right? But the reality of it is, it's not. It's hers. And if she want to share that motherfucker with someone else, there's not a goddamn thing I can do about that. Right? And guys got to understand that. So, Miles, to your point, there might be a little jealousy. You know, jealousy oftentimes can be something that occurs naturally in certain situations, but it should never be something that interferes with the relationship.
Right.
Right? Because look, guys, when you're that dude, there are going to be some women that feel like, oh, I hope he ain't fucking her like he fucking me. Right? Right? She might be a little jealous that you know that a woman is getting it kind of how she getting it. And it's okay. But yeah, and that might come up. She might be like, I can't front. Did you put your mouth on her like you do me? Because the way you do me, just sometimes it bothers me that another woman is feeling like that way.
Yeah, they don't like that.
Yeah, it's too many questions too, though.
361, you're on live on the Manhood is a Skill Set Show. We got K-Zag, J. Roman, and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Christian, age 20, city, Kingsville, Texas.
All right.
My question is, how can a good mouthpiece with verbal skills and the way you articulate yourself contribute to how someone perceives you?
Okay, see, what you're trying to do is you're trying to control the perception of you. You're trying to control how people, you can't control how people perceive you, right? Because let me say this about perception. A lot of times people can perceive you in a way that's not accurate, right? Colin, let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a chick you met that thought she can play games with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so her perception of you was of a guy that she thinks she can play games with. Now, even if you're assertive and you're very direct and you provide a woman instructions, there are still going to be women from time to time who think that they're special and they can have shit their way. Now, this is the point you want to get to. You want to get to where you rarely see that, right? Because if it's happening often and women are perceiving you as a guy who's a pushover, then you're probably way too passive.
Right.
So that's not so much about a mouthpiece as it is just with you being direct and straight up with women and let women know what it is with you. Y'all got it.
Say the question again for me.
All right, so my question was, how can the combination of mouthpiece, the way you articulate yourself, and the way you conduct yourself affect a female's perspective of you?
Well, we're taking it out of a female. It's a good thing to be able to express yourself and communicate sharply and clearly with anybody. Right? That's already a positive. But like Zag went over, you still won't be able to control the perspective. Great communication is just great communication. So if you're able to explain things, you're able to get your point across, if you're able to do it in a way where, most people can understand, well, that's a good thing. But what if you did all that and, like Zach said, the perception was still negative? Because there's some women, right? You come over there, you say what's up. I mean, you are smooth. You got a mouthpiece. You say things clearly, and they'll turn around and be like, "Ooh, he seems like a player. I need to leave him alone."
Right.
Fact, that happens too.
Right.
That's the real thing.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
that happens.
Hell yeah.
That happens, right? Or you just too. Your speed is just too fast for me. Like I can tell I'm in learning mode automatically the way you talk.
Mm-hmm.
So her perception of you would be that it's somebody that she can't get with. She don't even want to take the time to get to know you because she perceives you in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's why I say earlier, the one thing I really love about these brothers on Real Game No Theory or here is that when they give advice, it's for the mentality and not just the action.
Right.
The action is, yes, it's always good to be able to communicate clearly. The mentality, though, is that I understand that even if I do that, who cares about how people perceive me if I perceive myself as this type of person?
Facts.
That's the whole part I was going to get back to. That's the whole part I was going to get back to. Caller. How do you perceive yourself?
Well, I perceive myself as basically like how he described when he came up to the girl, like confident, self-assured, articulate myself well. That's just how I perceive myself.
So why does it matter what the woman thinks?
Because I feel like it affects like my I don't want to say opportunities, but like the chances of
you feel like it affects the outcome of getting the girl, and that's so that's what I'm saying. Are you truly invested in how you perceive yourself, or are you waiting on the outcome to tell you how to perceive yourself? If you're waiting on, if you're sitting there talking about, oh well, how she perceives me affects the chances, then you don't really give a fuck about how you perceive yourself. You're focused on the outcome telling you how to perceive yourself.
Yeah. So caller. Yeah. So caller, and I agree with Miles. Is you're actually looking for acceptance and validation. It's almost like you're saying, is how I perceive myself the right way I should be? Do I need to switch something up because I'm not getting as much sex, or I'm not getting the type of encounters or interactions I want with women? So maybe I need to change something about myself so I'm perceived differently. So that says you're unhappy about something. That says that there's something within you that is unsettling to you. There's something about yourself that you don't like. Because here's the thing, again, about perceptions. I don't give a fuck how a woman perceives me. That's not my job to worry about how she perceives me, right? I know for a fact I'm that dude. I know I am, right? So when I deal with women, I'm either going to run into women who see me as I see myself, or I'm going to run into women who don't. The women who see me as I see myself, those are the women I will give an opportunity to. The ones who don't, those are the women that we just ain't fucking with each other. It's that simple. Right?
Yeah,
honestly. Yeah. Because caller, here's the thing. I'm going to put this on your conscience. Right? I don't care if it's a business thing. I don't care if you're interviewing for a job. I don't care if it's your friends and family or a woman. Not everyone is going to see you as you see yourself.
Mm-hmm.
They just won't. And you should not be concerned with trying to convince people to see you a certain way that is beneficial to you. Either they see it or they don't. I don't have the time to be trying to convince people of anything. Like even what the woman said in the video, man trying to win a woman's affection. That means you're trying to convince her of something. I'm trying to convince you I'm worthy of your love. Like, you know how dumb that is? Trying to convince somebody that you're worthy of their love as if their love trumps your love of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like I love myself. Like me loving myself is more important than any love I can get from anyone else. So why would I try to win your shit? Your shit is second best to my shit.
Right.
And that don't even make no fucking sense.
And you got to really caution yourself too, because then you'll start looking around and being envious of people you perceive to be really good at something. Like, what if you had a partner that was really cool at game and talking to women, and he just seemed, out of the month, you got 5 women, but he done got 12. Now are you going to look at yourself and be like, man, I guess I ain't doing something right? Would you look at yourself like that?
I mean, there definitely would be a thought that I need to make an adjustment, but I mean, I'm still trying to adopt the mindset that y'all are purporting, and I'm starting to understand it a lot more as y'all talk about it. But yeah, I would think to myself, like, well, what is he doing that I'm not? Even though that's probably not a good thought to have, right?
Yeah, see, for me, I don't care about his 12. I only care about my 5. Like, I don't care about other people and what they do. I don't know what they saying. Maybe he the smoothest person, but maybe the long run interaction ain't there. Maybe after they deal with him for 2 weeks, they don't want to talk to him again. But my 5 is still bringing me food to work, still calling me and asking me, have I eaten yet? Like, you never know. So why worry about somebody else? You mainly worry about yourself and how you perceive yourself and go from there. I'm gonna sit here and keep it 100 with everybody. I am not a Don Juan. I am a happy-go-lucky dude. When I go out, I have fun. I smile. I'm around. I'm talking to people. I don't walk into places and stare and give a stoic look like, don't talk to me. Like, oh, who's that guy? That is not my thing. Right? That is not me. I don't care if it is somebody's thing, right? You know, I'm not the one where I walk in, the girls go, oh, wow. But I don't care because I'm not looking for every woman. I'm just looking for the women who know how to deal with me because they see me for who I am because I ain't changing for them. Right. So when I walk in, that's who I ain't got to talk to everybody. So when I go to somebody and I say a joke or I smile and I'm the way I am and she don't get it, well, that's easy for me. That's a dismissal because you got to get me. Because when I say my next thing, you got to listen. So if you don't get me on the original, the next one you ain't gonna get, and I don't care because I need people that's gonna listen to me.
Right. Yeah. So you're saying instead of worrying about other people's perception of you and then trying to fit everyone's narrative, you're saying that it's a good filter to see who actually sees you the way you see yourself, right?
Exactly.
But okay.
But see, that's the complexity.
While that's true, you shouldn't have the mindset of thinking like that. It shouldn't be on your mind consciously. Like if I go into a bar or a club, I don't be like, I wonder what woman is going to perceive me how I perceive myself. Let me go up and talk to women to see if I can get a cosign. Right? I'm not thinking of it like that.
How do you view me? Did I come in smooth enough for you? Check. Okay, let me check that. Like, yeah. Listen, everybody, this thing is so complex. The mind is complex. Our actions are so complex because there's so much nuance to it, right? Just like we don't care about what people think and perceive, at the same time, we always want to learn and grow, right? And we're doing that for ourselves. So anything you can learn and grow with, but if you are always looking for somebody else's perception of yourself, then you didn't designate your own perception of yourself. And that's a mentality thing that you're going to have to make sure that you get under control because now you're at the whim of others for all your actions. So like you could talk to a girl and she goes, man, I would like you, but you just curse a lot. Well, I'm sorry, bitch. Get out of here then.
Right.
Right? Now, does that mean I should curse less?
Because she don't like it?
Because she don't like it?
No.
Right. So I'm not gonna worry about that. Now, if I realize, man, I lost a couple of jobs because my employer told me, my language was a little too rough, and I'm starting to notice that my family members is like, I couldn't bring you here, man. You'd be cursing a lot and things like that. Now it's something for me to think about. Now, does it change me? I don't know. Maybe I do change, not for an individual, but for myself and the opportunities that I have in my life that has nothing to do with female.
Exactly. All right, caller.
Yeah, that's it. Great advice today. I really appreciate y'all's thoughts and advice, and
all right,
I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
All right, thanks for calling. Thanks for supporting the show, man. You take it easy. Be safe. All right, kill these lines.
We good on questions. Some of the questions that came in later, I wasn't really feeling them and shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't even want to waste my energy and shit. I'm in a good mood and shit. I don't want to look. Some of y'all questions, man. Like there's one question where a lot of y'all be having these ego inflated type questions. Like, bro, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? But let me say this, guys. On the way out, again, in 7 days, 7 days to the date, on the 26th of October, it's going down in Miami. Right? Matter of fact, let me see if I got the shit up and do I got the joint? Okay, hold on real quick. Let me see if I got the link. Yeah, y'all need to get. We still got tickets on. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, we still got tickets. Yeah.
Okay, so everyone, get on that. Miles, got anything you want to plug? Jay Roman, y'all got anything y'all want to plug before we get?
Yeah, man. as always, make sure y'all get the soap. And we got the fall sale for the Masculine Identity membership. $1.99 for the first month, 99 cents for the first month. So just come through and check it out. Go to masculineidentitymembership.com. Type in the word fall, FALL, in the checkout page, and you could get on the membership for 99 cents for the first month. And make sure you come see us out in Miami, October 26th for the screening of Game Kings 2. Go get your tickets. The link is in the chat. And appreciate y'all, man.
All right, Jay Roman.
No, I got caught reading one of these questions. You
right? I'm not even gonna entertain that question.
Don't be off the hook. Like always, Zach, man, thanks for having me on the show. I'm looking forward to Miami. Don't forget the Real Game No Theory tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
And then I'll see y'all in Miami. I'm checking the weather and going from there. I'm ready to have a good time, meet and greet some people, and have an enjoyable event.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna have a blast.
Yeah, see you guys there, man. All right, so y'all take it easy.
On that note, like, share, and subscribe. Like the joint. And YouTube, real quick, Miles, real quick.
Yep.
Bro, I lost 80 subs in one day, right? I think YouTube is doing some ill shit, right? I know people they subscribe and unsubscribe all day, but to lose 80 in one day, that's like, what the fuck is YouTube doing? You ever had that happen to you?
That sounds weird. You know what? Well, I don't really check my subs, man. I don't check it. I just kind of just do the work, post the shit up, and then that's it. Like I try to move on faith, sort of. You know what I'm saying?
And I agree with you. No, I get an email, right, and it tells you how your channel is doing.
Yeah.
And it had a certain amount of subs.
Oh yeah, like the week.
The weekly thing.
Yeah, the weekly
update. And then I got it, and I said, "Why does it? It feels like something is off here. I'm like, there's something missing." I'm like, the number looks. I couldn't remember how many I had. But I'm like, something's off. And then I realized, 80 of them motherfuckers is gone. But that's cool though. That's cool. That's cool.
It happens sometimes.
All right, but on that note, y'all, again, tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, 12 Eastern, the Real Game No Theory show. We got a banger for y'all. Until next Saturday. Well, no, next Saturday we're not doing this show. Next Saturday.
Nah, we're not. No, we're probably not.
We're not doing the Manhood is the Skill Set show next Saturday. We're going to be in Miami.
Is the day of, right? Yeah, Saturday is the day of. So yeah, we're not going to be doing that. So we're going to be at the movies, guys. We're going to be watching Game Kings 2 and doing the Q&A. So we'll see y'all the following Saturday.
There we go.
All right.
On that note, we out. Peace.